Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your man Ice. Hey, got a great show lined up. Kane is back. Got some special guests. You're gonna love it. But first, I want to thank the most important people, you guys. Hey, we have over 5,000 views in 2017. So thanks to you guys for making this thing bigger than I thought it would be at this point. So keep it up. Keep tuning in. We're gonna keep bringing more content for you. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, leave us comments because those things help us out. But let everybody else know about it. And like I said, check out this show. Tell me what you think. Hit us up on Twitter, Facebook, whatever. And hopefully we keep bringing you what you want to see, what you want to hear, all right? I'm out.
All right. What's up, my people? Welcome back this week, Kane and Ice Show. My man Ice chilling up in Charlotte. How you doing, my man?
Doing good, man. How things down in Florida,
Things are great in Florida, man. It's sunshine, great weather. We gave y'all a little bit. It'll calm down a little bit, but everything's good here.
Okay. No hurricanes, no tropical storms,
No, none of that. We never have any of those. We send those up to Charleston.
See, you got rid of the Miami Hurricanes banner.
Well, I'm on the road. So,
okay.
But trust me, it'll be back. It's not going anywhere. Just like the U, we ain't going nowhere.
You're right. They ain't going nowhere. Stuck right in the middle of the ACC.
You will see. I would. This is a PG family show. I would flip you off until you would really go. But since this is a family show, I'm gonna chill out and let it ride this one time. I know you're jealous. That's okay.
Yeah. Hey, don't worry. Couple more years of good recruiting classes, and you might beat Duke.
Well, we beat Duke the last 2 years, so kiss bye.
All right. Man. So, anyway, of course, we missed you last week. I know you were traveling. We're in the second round of playoffs, man. NBA playoffs, of course, exciting time.
Personally, we shouldn't have had a first round. That's how bad the games were, pretty much, except for one series. But yeah, here we are in the second round, and I think we've got some intriguing matchups. It's -1. I think that Cleveland series is pretty much a done wrap. But
yeah. Okay, yeah, I mean it probably is because the point guard from Toronto, I'll slip my mind now.
Lowry.
Yeah, he's just not consistent. In the playoffs, I guess playoffs he's normally consistently bad. So I shouldn't say he's inconsistent. Normally in playoffs he really struggles. DeRozan struggling with the double teams they're throwing at him. He seems flustered because LeBron's going off. Offered somebody $100 if they could slow down LeBron. $100.
$100 not going to be enough.
Yeah, if you can slow down LeBron, you're going to get a $10 million deal. You know what I mean? That didn't count your playoff checks. But
yeah, I mean, let's hit on that. I mean, Cleveland is up 2-0. They're going back to Toronto, which I really don't think it'll make a difference. Cleveland might take a game off. They tend to do that every once in a while. But it's over in 4 or 5 games.
Well, you know how these things normally go. When you go back home, you're down 0-2, and the crowd is going crazy and all that stuff, and you get out to a hot start, they might win game 3, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of almost expected, right? What do you think about Washington, man? I really expect a little more from them. Thought they had. Both times they had leads on Boston, and
Boston. Yeah, I mean the first game. They're actually playing the third game this evening here. But the first game, I just don't think Washington showed up. They wasn't ready for what playoff basketball was like on the road on that first game on the number 1 seed's floor. They just got blew out and ran out the gym on that first game. This second game, they came out ready to play. John Wall, Beal, all those boys were hot quarters 1 through 3. But in the fourth quarter, when it was time to close it out, Isaiah Thomas was fresh, and man, minus that tooth, man, he just came in there and he was lighting it up in the fourth quarter. They could do nothing with him, and I thought at the beginning of this series it would be a close series, but I thought Washington would win, just based on I think their front court's better than the Celtics front court is. But right now the Celtics are just playing team basketball, man. Led by Isaiah Thomas, with the death of his sister, he's got that playing on his mind, and I think this team is just locked in a little bit better than Washington is. And maybe John Wall's not that guy to lead you to the promised land. I think he's probably the second best guard in the East, though. I mean, if not the second best player in the East. But he's just not that floor general that can take a team on his shoulders. I mean, his plus minus is probably pretty big too, because he carries he shoulders a lot of the load of that team whenever he's on the floor.
True. I'm a little concerned about Washington. I'd definitely say Boston. I mean, of course, being a Laker fan, I always root against Boston. But I got to give the coach props, man, because now, of course, some people think they may not even gotten out of round one had Rondo not gotten hurt, right? And then everything.
Yeah.
But
how it works.
That's the thing about playoffs. It's all about the matchup, right? So
it is.
After they beat Chicago, how well do they match up with Washington? Hey, right now they seem to be matching up pretty well, especially in the fourth quarter when they need to make buckets. They are not able to stop Isaiah. Now, I'm just wondering, it doesn't seem like they're really doubling him much or throwing many double teams at him. I think, will they try something different now? And it's almost like they don't want to admit that this little dude is just killing them. You know what I mean? So they don't want to go to any gimmick defenses to shut him down. But I think you got to, man. You got to, because
paint me skeptical of Isaiah Thomas's game going into the playoffs. I was like, okay, he's a fun player to watch. He's exciting. He's an energy ball, and he does have some skills. But I didn't think he'd be able to lead a team deep into the playoffs. I thought the Celtics were probably one of the weakest one seeds that you've ever seen in NBA history.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the East, it was pretty. The East is, with the exception of three teams, I say Washington, Cleveland, and Boston. Everybody else was pretty much a wash to start with. So this was. I didn't think that he had it in him to do what they're doing right now. But am I mildly shocked? Yes. Do I think Washington is going to come back and not win Game 3? I think they'll win Game 3. But if Boston gets one of these games in Washington, this series is probably over.
All right, so let's go out west. Of course, you got Clippers are eliminated.
Get out of our building.
Yeah, so another great playoff run by CP3.
Well, going back to that, you can't blame CP3. I mean, dude was balling. I mean, he just got no help. Jamal Crawford was off.
He got no help, right? Yeah,
I mean, Jamal Crawford was off his game. Of course, Blake, he got hurt and stubbed the toe, whatever he did. We all know DeAndre Jordan's the most overpaid player in the league. I mean, if you get him 3 feet from the bucket, he's basically useless as long as you keep him 3 feet from the bucket. And so they were just off. The Clippers just didn't play good team ball. And coupled with that, with an injury, and then you got a player that's really not any good, and then Blake's hurt. It was just a bad matchup for him. And hey, I can't blame Chris Paul, but he's getting too old.
Now, but part of this is Rudy Gobert didn't play. You know what I mean? And they still couldn't get it done.
Well,
they lost Game 7 where?
At home.
Thank you. And all right, so I know you're saying you can't blame CP3, but he been in the league since what, 05?
Yep, hadn't been past the second round.
Right. He's got as many rings as I do,
Well, he's probably got more than you. I mean, he's probably got more rings than you, but not the ones that count.
Like a state championship ring or like what?
Yeah, you ain't got one of those either. So
I got one of those in football. But anyway, which reminds me, that's when we first met. But anyway, let's get to it. All right, so what do you think about the other series, which, of course, I'm sorry, what do you think about second round? Of course, we have a bet hinging on the Western Conference. So we think about the Jazz versus the Underman Warriors.
I think this series is over. I really don't even know why we playing this. This will be over 4-0, 4-1 at best. Next series, please. Go ahead and push the Warriors on to the finals, the Western Conference finals, that is. Where they'll be playing, hopefully, one of these other two teams that are left over that
Texas
probably can at least make them sweat at least. I mean, the Warriors ain't even broke a good sweat this year yet on the playoffs yet. So
right.
Maybe, in the Western Conference finals that can finally happen. So we'll see.
Yeah. Well, if they play Houston, it should be a lot of points, which, of course, would be exciting to watch. But I think in clutch time, the Warriors defense can step up, whereas I just can't see a Mike D'Antoni team stepping on defense in the fourth.
Well, I mean, that first game against the Spurs, that's the most defense I've ever seen a Mike D'Antoni team ever play.
They didn't have to bear down defense like in the fourth quarter.
No.
You know what I mean?
I mean, and of course that's going to be a problem with Houston because everybody knows who their coach is and everybody knows who their point guard is, and we know defense isn't in their names anywhere. Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, it's still a close series just because of the Spurs system can keep the Spurs in the game. I mean, they're tied 1-1 right now. Kawhi Leonard had a huge game, but it's all about the backup and role players for the Spurs. Danny Green, I don't know where the hell LaMarcus Aldridge been. He hadn't shown up the whole playoffs. He was supposed to be the heir apparent to Tim Duncan. Yeah, right, dude. You suck. Okay, LaMarcus, you suck.
He's been doing research for the NFL draft.
Yeah,
trying to figure out who to draft on his fantasy teams or something. But he ain't been locked in.
Yeah. But Houston.
Parker hurt.
Houston built the team right this year. Houston's actually built the team right. They just don't play defense. They're built kind of like Cleveland. They've got a star player who's they surrounded with shooters, basically. So, when the happening occurs that James Harden actually passes the ball, Houston can be a deadly offense. So that's why I really think they can eke past the Spurs because the Spurs just don't have enough superstars to stop the offense.
Parker's out. So.
Plus now Parker's out, but he wasn't playing that well to start with. But he's still a leader, a veteran, somebody you can count on in clutch time.
Impact your rotation.
Yeah.
Because he's been through so much, no moment is going to be too big for him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the Spurs have a couple of players like that. I mean, you got old ass Manu. You got Danny Green's been around a while. He's a veteran. You've got like you said, Tony Parker. And of course, Kawhi Leonard. All of these guys have been around. Plus, you got a coach who's been in the playoff for the last 14, 15 years. So, the Spurs are going to – the moment's not going to be too big for the Spurs. It's just are they going to have enough talent to get by this Houston team, which is clearly more athletic and more talented than they are on the offensive end.
True. And, maybe just a little hungrier, I think sometimes you have so much prolonged success. Maybe you're just not as hungry as maybe should have been,
I still blame LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah, but you would think he'd be the one that is hungry because he wasn't there for any of those championships. But
yeah, he's hungry. He's getting fluffy is what he's getting. I mean, yeah, he must be hungry because he's not the same player no way where he was in Portland. So I don't know if it's age, attrition, or just boredom, or like I said, maybe he's got that big check and he's comfortable now. I don't know, but I don't think he wants to win this thing because he's not showing it.
All right, so let's shift gears a little bit. We like to talk about weird and odd stories sometimes that the mainstream media may not bring to you. But, here at Kane and Ice, we're your source for all things, not just sports, not just banter, but, just different things going on in the world, So, Kane, what do you have for me this week, brother?
All right. I got a story. I had to find a location again. Give me a second here.
All right.
But this was at a college campus. I want to say it was at Cornell. No, excuse me, Colgate University.
Okay.
All right, we all know the world we live in now, where we've got, campus crime and school shootings and all of this, but Colgate University actually went down into a shutdown, a lockdown the campus when there was suspicion of somebody carrying a gun. So the whole campus gets locked down, everybody's freaking out, scared to death, and they finally found a student and he had a gun on him. But he didn't have a gun that shoots bullets. He had a glue gun. So somebody called in and said they saw a student with a gun. All of this happens. They shut down the campus. The text messages goes out to all the students. Classrooms are shut. Police come on campus. The campus security's got the place locked down. They find this guy. He's in the art building with a glue gun finishing a project.
Which doesn't really resemble a gun. I thought you were going to say
Not at all. So this makes
like a BB gun or a toy gun.
A glue gun, a hot glue gun. That's what it was. Now if this was, Union, panic, sets in, everybody's running. But a glue gun? I mean, come on, man. How you gonna lock down campus over a glue gun?
Who made that call?
Who reported it? Well, they didn't say who reported it, but I guarantee you it was some girl.
Yeah. It'll come out eventually. That 911 call will be public.
So they locked down campus for 4 hours. 4 hours.
You know what that was? I'll tell you exactly what it was. That was a student who wasn't ready for the exam.
Damn, why didn't I think about that?
Okay.
A ball thread into Thurman. Hey, I'm gonna blow this rascal up.
Now I got a couple hours to go cram.
4 more hours, maybe 4 more hours of steady. But man, that's crazy right there. That's a glue gun, really. I mean, that's tough.
Right. So my story, in America, we can be very creative people. And sometimes that creativity can lead us to some things that seem a little bit odd. But people will still buy it. I saw a story that a couple of gentlemen have come together and made a company that makes a banana phone.
I saw that.
It's a phone that looks just like a banana. And it actually, I guess, it connects through your actual smartphone through Bluetooth. And, you can make calls and take calls with it. And they actually have I guess they're on a crowdfunding site. I don't want to say which one to give me more publicity. Popular crowdfunding site. I think they're trying to raise $30,000. They've already raised $10,000 as of this morning on their site. So definitely lets me know that, some of my dreams, I have a couple different things I'm working on, that I think are more viable than a banana phone,
But the banana phone get off. But the banana phone took off.
Yeah, so I said I need to get on this crowdfunding site. You know what I mean? I got to get the EEE tape on the crowd.
Let's think about this. Who actually wants a banana phone? Let me think. Okay, we got some frat might enjoy it.
Yeah. The frat's trying to get away from the whole 8 and all that stuff.
With the college, with the people who hung the bananas in the trees of the
American University.
Yeah, so
Clemson did that. Was it last year? They hung bananas on the banners at because my daughter has always bothered me for a cell phone, so I thought about this banana phone might be a good, kind of gag gift, but then I thought about the racial implications of her walking around with a banana phone.
Yeah, the KKK and skinheads are gonna love these.
Yeah, probably not the best idea,
They're probably too cheap to buy them, so they're pretty pricey just to hang in a tree. So.
Good point. You can buy bananas 59 cents a pound. So anyway, all right. So, of course, big thing happened over the past week. NFL draft. Our Birds, were this close. I think only like 2 picks away from having a chance to get the guy I've been wanting for months, Dalvin Cook. And then the Vikings jumped ahead of us. Broke my heart.
Yeah, Vikings, you are now cursed. I spoke to a medicine man. He put a hex on you guys. So you guys are not going to have a good season. Thank you very much for ruining my Friday night. I don't appreciate it. I thought we were going to get him. But then again, we still had the chance to take Mixon. But I knew that wasn't going to happen because the Eagles had already talked about taking players with good character. So even when Dalvin Cook didn't get chosen by us, I knew we wasn't going to take Mixon. Although you shot me a text and let me know that people were screaming about Joe Mixon in the crowd.
Well, see, I read that Mixon, the Eagles were actually, I guess had said, or maybe they didn't come out and say directly that he was still on their board, but they didn't come out and say he wasn't. So I thought there was a chance they may get him. But you know how the Eagles are. And so I knew there's no way they're going to take him in the second because they're all about value, right? Sometimes you can outsmart yourself. Like if you got a guy, he's going to fit a need and fit your offense or defense, and he has the measurables, get him. Like stop worrying about, let's wait till we get to the 3rd or 4th round so we can, pump our chest about the value, But so instead we draft a cornerback who may not get to play right away.
Let's draft a guy who just blew out his daggum Achilles.
Oh yeah, and then we get a running back who looks tiny on a college field. When I saw the video of him, other than the fact that he was just, running past everybody, but just size-wise, it looked like I looked in high school, and I was like one of the smaller dudes.
But even, I read the scouting report on him, and they were saying, I think he was the all-time leader in scrimmage yards in Division I football history, But looking at him, even the competition he played, but looking just at his size, they said he's not a true burner. So if you're not a true burner and you're that small, you better learn to get out of bounds in the NFL. Because they've got a few guys that can run in the NFL and will hit you.
Right. So yeah, and obviously, even with him, even if he makes a team, even if he's effective, I think what his role could be will not be a true tailback. He's not going to be the guy on 1st, 2nd down. So we still have that hole because from what I understand, we're probably going to release Ryan Matthews once he passes a physical or something. So, to me, we still have some question marks and holes there.
We release Matthews. What does that leave us? That leaves us Smallwood, who's not huge. He's the biggest of the 3, but he's not a huge guy.
Right.
You got Darren Sproles. He's
old.
He's getting there. He's a small guy, but he's not skinny. He's a thick, small guy.
Right, but he's no spring chicken.
Yeah, and then we draft a toothpick.
Right.
So, somewhere here we've got to get a big running back to fill this void here that we've got on the running back situation. So, tell me this: what did you think about our 1st round draft pick, the defensive end out of Tennessee?
Well, I really wanted a running back, and I still think I think if you got Dalvin Cook in the 1st round, talent-wise, I think he's the 1st round pick. But that's my opinion. I think he's better than the 2 backs who went in the 1st round. But anyway, I said I wanted either pass rusher, corner, or running back. Running back, obviously, kind of depending on what fall to us, but. I'm happy with it because, I think Brandon Graham hasn't been bad, but he's not that dude that I think other teams are just overly concerned about.
Yeah.
And you got Cox. Obviously, teams are worried about him. And then Vinny Curry, since he signed this big deal, he hasn't been as good. I love Curry, but
last couple of years, yeah, he's been on the average side the last couple of years.
And then also you got to figure, like Graham, you got to figure Eagles probably going to walk away from him within a couple of years. Marcus Smith hadn't turned in anything. So I can see why they went pass rusher. And obviously, if you can rush the passer.
Yeah, and couple that with we cut Barwin. So, there was a big hole. You cut Barwin, and we lost Benny Logan off the defensive line as well to free agency. So there was a big hole there, and I do understand why we took that pick. But like you saying, me and you were on the same page. It was, man, can you imagine this offense with Alshon Jeffrey, the quarterback, Wentz, and then Dalvin Cook come out of the backfield. All of us, we were on the same page with that. So, and I was super happy, when I saw him fall into the second round. Last week I'm on vacation and I'm watching the draft phone. I'm watching my phone like this. Oh my God, he's available. We're gonna get down.
I'm texting you like, hey, it's 3 more picks. Hey.
I'm like, man, we're gonna get Dalvin Cook in the second round, and then the Vikings picking on like, and they traded up. I'm like,
what
the hell?
They knew they had to get ahead of it, but.
And I really didn't think the Vikings were going to take a running back since they got Murray from the Raiders.
Right, not high. Right, you expect maybe get somebody late. Because my thing is, the best defense, and Dallas proved this. If you can just possess the ball, right, you can protect a bad defense. Not our defense is bad, but I get pass rusher. And some people are comparing Barnett to dude who went number 1, Garrett.
Yeah,
his measurables aren't as impressive, but they're saying as far as
they said he's got a motor and better technique. He's got a better motor and better technique than Garrett does, but Garrett's got all the physical tools.
Right. He's got some freakish athletic talent. Right. So can't complain. You bring a guy to SEC. We saw what he did on tape, right? He's obviously impressive. Obviously, he's going to bring it, and he seems like a grinder, which to me, that's a key. If I'm drafting, I always want guys who are grinders. You know what I mean? Those guys who just have that passion, that high motor, because that's the one thing that's always going to translate is effort, especially on defense.
Yeah.
You just got to get after it. And so that's one thing with Barnett, definitely is getting after it. So I'm excited about that. I'm just worried about running back position, to be honest with you. And I know, once we traded up last year to get the quarterback, it sort of puts you on this sort of rebuilding scale, right, in a sense. So I know the plan isn't to let's be a Super Bowl contender, in quarterback's second year. But given the state of our division, I don't think there's a whole lot of difference between any of the teams. I think having that dynamic running back could be that difference that makes you the favorite in the division, for the next few years. But
yeah, I still think Dallas would have been the favorite, even if we did get an impact player running back, just for the simple fact. You got a young quarterback, young wide receiver. Young running back, a good offensive line. But Dallas didn't address any of their defensive needs from last year. So this Dallas defense, which they're going to have to play some ball control this year. I expect
they're going to be super young.
Yeah, I expect them to take a fall back this year. Dallas isn't going to be this 14-2, 13-3 kind of team this year. They're going to be a 10-6 kind of team, and that's where pretty much the whole division is going to be. Because if we were 2-4 last year in the division,
right?
And we were right there in every last game. I think I saw a stat during the draft. We lost the most games in the NFL under 6 points. So if you think about that, the Eagles were right there. We were 7 or 8 plays away from being same thing Dallas was basically.
And some of that having that running back who can close out games, because at least 2 games, Matthews fumbled in fourth quarter, right? Yep. And we can't. And then those turnovers came back to bite us, and we lost. But so it'd be interesting to see how it all plays out. But all right.
With that being said, I'm still excited to see the offense with Jeffrey and Torrey Smith.
Oh yeah.
So we'll now get to at least see what Wentz can do with some receivers that can actually get open and hopefully catch the ball when they do get open.
And I'm hoping that Aguilar can learn something from these dudes and bounce back.
What do you think? One of these guys is going to get cut or traded? Do you think Aguilar or Jordan Matthews will actually make the team? I mean, look at this. You've got Alshon Jeffrey, who's going to be the clear number 1. Number 2 is up for debate, but let's just go down the list. You've got Torrey Smith. You've got Dorial Green-Beckham. You've got Jordan Matthews. You've got Aguilar. That's 5 receivers. 6 receivers, 5. Teams don't keep but 4 or 5 on the roster.
Right.
Can you pay a 5th receiver what we're paying Aguilar and Jordan Matthews what they're making and still be a functioning team in the NFL? You're wasting money, really.
Yeah, I thought Matthews – I was surprised Matthews didn't get traded like during the draft or right before the draft, to be honest with you. I really thought.
I mean, nobody wants Aguilar, so it's going to be hard to move him.
Right, and well, to be honest with you, and this might sound strange, but I would prefer to keep Aguilar because I think if whatever is going on up here flips, he's going to be a better player than Matthews. I think Matthews, we've pretty much seen the ceiling with him.
Yeah, I think he maxed out at Vanderbilt, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, he's a good receiver.
Pretty much, has reached his ceiling, and he is what he's going to be from here on.
Right.
Aguilar, like you said, has the talent, supposedly, and we saw it in college, to be a difference maker in the NFL.
We saw flashes rookie year. Plus, like with the dudes you just named, all right, none of them really going to return kicks except maybe Aguilar. You know what I mean?
But I mean, we drafted the kid out of West Virginia. I watched a couple of West Virginia games, so that makes 6. And then you had the kid that everybody liked from the practice squad. I can't call his name last year now. So with that many receivers going into the camp here, and NFL teams, they keep a max of about 5 wide receivers. That's about it.
I could see Beckham getting cut, especially like if he just doesn't catch on to the offense in the mini camps and stuff, because you say he struggled with picking up the offense last year, but of course came in late, with trade and all that. But if he struggles, I can see him getting cut, even though he's probably the most talented, right, of the group.
Probably physically, yeah, the tools, yeah, definitely.
Right. But anyway, all right, everybody. So we have decided to retire the Respect of My Name award. Okay. Obviously, the award came after the name was named after an incident that sort of played out now and is moved out of the pop culture consciousness. So we need you to help us come up with a new name for our Athlete of the Week award. Okay, so hit us up on Twitter. You see the Twitter handle right there. Hit us up on Twitter and give us some ideas. And we'll definitely give you credit. Maybe put a poll out there if we get some good ideas. And also I want to remind everybody to hit that like button. Please subscribe. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back to put a bow on the NFL draft, all right? Got some special guests for you, so stay tuned. Got our friends from AA Sports. We'll be hollering at you, all right? Be back in 60 seconds. All right, everybody, we're back. Of course, NFL draft is in the books. A lot of exciting, surprising stuff. But to really put a bow on it, we brought some special guests. Kane and I are big fans. AA Sports, straight sports, no chaser. All the way from the ATL. Got my man Diego and my man Mr. Hester. So why don't you guys give us your thoughts on the draft? I know you had some special advice for the young man who had the opportunity to get drafted.
Yes, sir. We appreciate you having us on your show. This is your boy Uncle Hate and your boy Uncle Diego here to give advice to you draft picks because we want to see you win. We want to see you stay out of TMZ and keep it on the field. So this is our unsolicited advice for the draft picks. Number one, no means no. Just that simple. You a football player.
Darren Sharper, sorry.
You already know. Who knew? No means no, people. It's a whole lot of fish in the sea. You ain't gotta grab that one up. Also in line with that, buy condoms. They cheap. Things pop off in the club. We get that. Buy a condom. You ain't got to be going raw with these chicks because it leads to mess. And after that, from your boy Uncle Hate here, everybody got that homeboy where you don't know what he gonna do. He might say whatever, do whatever, want to pop off and fight. That dude's
not like that.
Leave him at home. Leave him at home.
Is that Kane?
Kane, you the wild animal of the show. Your partner says otherwise. But, you love your boys, you appreciate them, but you don't need that cat. He's going to lead to trouble, and you don't need to be on TMZ. Keep it on the field. What you got, Uncle Diego?
All right. Well, my half of it is, like he said, he covered pretty much the women aspect of it and everything, and the homies aspect. To piggyback off the homie part of it, under no circumstances, none whatsoever, invest in your homeboy, cousins, whoever's barbershop, car wash, rib shack, or record label. Okay? It's only going to leave you in the hand.
What if you got an app? What if you got an app that's in the App Store? Can we invest in that? Can we?
Apps, that's updated technology. We can do that. But, if your homie come to you, he want to record his own demo, sign himself to a label.
And he needs cash.
Anything that need cash up front, don't even worry about it.
And the record business is kind of.
Yes.
Yes. There you go. And if you don't believe us, watch 30 for 30 Broke. A lot of examples on there. All right. And last, but definitely not least, if you've never seen them at the other family reunions before, they ain't family now. Don't give them nothing. Okay? Nice to.
They might have been taking a state vacation. You know what I mean? That last family reunion.
Yes.
Hey, if I'm 40 and I ain't ever seen you at 15 family reunions, and now all of a sudden you pop up talking about, hey, what's up, man? You remember me from way back when we was this little? No, I don't.
No, not really.
Good to meet you, but no, I can't cut no checks for you. I can't cut any checks for you.
Sign your own checks. That's another one. Sign your own checks. Don't just trust the guy because he said he got you.
That's a good point. And don't hire a financial advisor that's going to charge you 3%.
There you go.
Sir.
Call me. I'll charge you 2%.
My man.
I'll hook you up. I'm telling you, I'll hook you up.
My man.
If y'all wondering why I'm sitting in the house with a jacket on, sweating like a preacher. One, the temperature's dropping here in Atlanta. It's supposed to be 50 tomorrow. That's my Cinco de Mayo.
May? Wow.
Right.
So on behalf of Big Baller Brand dropping that $500 shoe prototype for us today, I figured we'd do some marketing for AA Sports. This is the prototype varsity jacket, as you can see. Logo embroidered and stitched. Real nice, real nice. Y'all can get it for $99.95, shipping included. All right. So for that. And there you go. There you go.
Okay.
Man, according to LeVar Ball, you underpriced, bro. You need to kick that price up a little bit.
Yeah, we haven't talked about that. That's what one A gonna let him go for. The other A won't let him go for $49.95 times 10.
There you go. All right. Now, I'm glad you mentioned Ball. Now, if you watch the show, you know he's my parenting mentor. You know, it used to be Joe Jackson, but now switched to LeVar Ball. So, now, Diego, I believe you have a little impression of Ball. So I'm going to ask you to do that for the audience.
Here it comes.
Y'all seen the LeVar Ball dance? Yeah, let's get that money. Let's get that money.
Oh, man.
All right.
Wait LeVar out, all that stuff will be in Burlington Coat Factory on Groupon in about 6 months.
Man, they're going to ship them shoes to Somalia. I'm telling you.
But you know what, though, the crazy thing? It ain't as much money behind those Stephs, and them shoes look better.
Yeah, that's true. Steph do got an ugly shoe.
Well, obviously with the Steps, I don't know what they were shooting for or what market they were trying to get at. I don't know. That was very odd.
They look like orthopedic shoes. That's what they look like.
Well,
like I told a homie on the show, I don't think Steph takes the production meetings to talk about the shoe. He don't know, clearly.
He's working on his game, man.
Clearly.
You don't have the highest plus minus in the league this year if you're not working on your game, you know?
I feel you.
We'll leave shoes to the women, all right?
As y'all have heard probably over the last couple of shows, he need to take some of that plus minus and invest in a haircut.
Yes.
And a good clean shave wouldn't helping me, man. I mean, it looked like he's struggling to grow facial hair. Look, man, either trim it up or get rid of it. Cause you look like a little kid with it when it's just scrapping. He's got a patch here and a patch here, one on the bottom of his neck right here. Don't even make a full beard.
That, or you know, like LeBron, you know, got somebody hook him up, get somebody hook you up, Steph. And
oh man, you know what? We at the end of the day, Steph's facial hair and his haircut are bad, but it ain't got nothing on his teammate with the struggle, Kevin Durant.
Oh man.
Well,
Kevin Durant just need a good brush. It look like he don't
brushing the wave cap. That's it. How you work $200+ million? You can't get a haircut.
Or cut it shorter. But all right. So anyway, of course, everybody can see your Twitter handle on the screen. Why don't you tell everybody what other ways they can reach you and where they can find your shows?
All right. Well, y'all can always reach us on the YouTube channel at AA Sportscast. Go watch, like, subscribe. Make sure you share that with your friends. Also on other platforms and social media at AA Sportscast on Twitter, as well as the IG page and myself, as you can see on the screen, at Diego Barish.
All right. So thanks, guys, for joining us.
We appreciate it, fellas.
And make sure you check them out on YouTube, AA Sportscast. All right.
Oh, and Facebook as well. We dusted off the Facebook page as well from 2011, so we back.
Okay. We have to connect on Facebook then. All right. So Kane, get on that, brother.
Yeah.
All that. So
make sure you follow these guys' advice too, rookies. Please follow their advice.
And call me. I got an app. Invest.
There you go.
My man.
Yeah.
We appreciate the love, fellas. Y'all have
All right. Yeah, have a good one.
Right.